Today it is the 2nd of December and it's the first Saturday of
the first Advent.
Yeah, before the first Sunday
of Advent. Yeah.
in December. For me, that is a Swedish-speaking Finn. This Saturday is called Lilla Jul, which is
Little Yule.
yeah. So there is a tradition in the Swedish-speaking areas of Finland to have a little celebration and eat some porridge this day and have a small Christmas tree. And
so today we are going on a small market, Christmas market, and also some kind of gathering with the village.
yes,
Fika.
fika.
And then the Yule porridge.
Yeah, Lilla julsgröt.
Risgrynsgröt.
Yeah.
Rice
Pudding.
porridge. Yeah.
So at the moment all the snow is shoveled, both at your parents' place and
Down here.
And your father is still not very well, but
and we are back at minus 20 degrees Celsius. So
but it starts to feel like we are on top of things now.
it feels like we have a real sturdy winter this year. Cold and a lot of snow.
Yeah, as it should be. Ja, kanske det.
En sån blå bil skulle vi ha haft.
Grynost, knäck, drömmar.
Är det samma eller? Nej, det
är mammas egen tillverkning och det här är 100 då för 100.
Tjusigt.
Det är bra, man behöver lite tomtar. Nej, det behövs inte också. Vi skriver
Ja. Nej. Nu ska vi åka hem. Now we're on our way home again. Met some people, talked a bit with those we knew. Ivar and his cousin got themselves a little tomte. Yeah, so now we're going home and have to start to prepare for the village fika, Advent fika.
Men det är inte så jättelångt.
Nej, det är väl lika som det som.
Ska du sätta på en lampa, Thomas? Du är inte så ung. Nummer 3!
Hade det där?
Jag sa det inte här.
Vem var det?
Thomas.
Där var det, ja.
Ja.
Och jag har de där stickor i
Tähtitorttu. Luumumarmeladi.
Mamma, jag skulle också ha sån där. Luktar det från min eller?
Öppna den och så har man leka med.
Varför var de knapriga?
De skulle komma åt rätt sista som var där.
Ska vi gräva runt hela bålen?
Så att de kommer åt den.
Titta vi! Den här var översnöd.
Var den helt över snö?
Ja.
Ja, mycket snö nu.
Här och här och här och överallt.
Överallt. We need to get Ivar a little plastic shovel that we can handle.
De har gjort mycket balar här. Men vad är det?
Ser du? Det är som att man traktor.
Jag kan inte fram det vita.
Åh, vad fint det.
Ja.
Jag vill åka hem.
Japp. Vi ska ge fårarna ny mat.
Varför har jag utan spade?
Vad är du utan spade? Måste skaffa dig en bra spade.
Men det finns bara till mig.
Det finns det?
Ja.
Jag tar någon vinterskada.
Ja.
Hej Tova.
Titta!
Men! Vad gör vi nu? Nu stänger vi in dig i badräcken och får den att äta på dig.
Jag försöker att inte skotta just här, så skottar det här bort dit och det här så att vi kommer med den där rullaren vidare.
Vad säger du?
Så vi kommer med häcken vidare.
Oj! Hur gick det där? Gick det bra? Den här är halkig. Riktig halkig.
Jag får ner på balen.
Får du ner?
Ja.
Ja.
Titta nu så här.
Tjoff!
Tjoff, tjoff.
Rutschar du
Har
ner?
du någon kniv eller så?
Ja.
Börja?
Men jag har det här.
Ja.
Titta mot det här.
Ja.
Du vill ha ut lite hö.
Ja, ut ska det.
För den är ut här runt en spricka.
Mm.
Vad börjar det där? Så. Ska vi se då.
Måste ta reda på vad en henna heter för ljusbrun.
Ja.
Har boken med oss.
Snart släcks nog balen.
Kläcksbalen snart.
Ja,
Ja.
det kommer den göra nog.
Kommer det en traktor ut då?
Vadå?
Kommer det en traktor ut då?
Ja.
Från traktoräggen.
Ja.
Du får vänta lite. Du får vänta lite. Hopp iväg med dig. Hopp iväg med dig.
Ja, de är hungriga.
Mm. Mm.
Ska vi ta bort det här hitåt. Ta i där. Drar du det ditåt. Aj. Bra, så där och vakta.
Är det bra nu?
Nu är det bra. Perfekt. Varsågoda fårorna.
Nu kommer alla.
Kom nu, kom. Kommer förbi. Kom. Så de kommer förbi.
Varför skulle de runt här?
Jag vet inte. Det står det.
Stopp på dig. Stopp.
What we are trying to do here is what we in the regenerative community or movement or what to call it calls bale grazing. Don't know if that's the best term for this, but we have put bales out like this on a field where we want to regenerate some extra. So we are leading the sheep to the feed and not feeding the sheep in one place. So they are pooping and peeing everywhere here around this place where we had a bale. So this is the third bale. We just opened the fourth and we got some other bales. In the summer this area is very weak, so we hope this will vitalize this ground. So where I was just standing, the hay rack, we just moved the hay rack from there. They ate up the whole bale there, and it seems like there is not much hay waste for us now. I hope it will remain that way. Although hay waste is a good thing as well, because that also vitalizes the ground, but we don't have that much bales. Here it was previously, and then we have had another. So 4 of them, or 3 of them has been eaten, and they are eating the 4th now. This way we only need a tractor in the summer to make the bales and then put them in place. And during the whole winter, theoretically, we shouldn't need a tractor. We can just shovel some snow, open a bale and move this hay rack by hand. So that feels very nice. As I mentioned in a previous video, we had some troubles with this hay rack. The sheep were inside of it, but after we have modified it, it works very well. We have some plans on how we will do the fencing. The snow came and so the snow is a fence for us now. But it's trouble with the flexinet getting frozen stuck, and in winter time flexinet is not a good idea. So we need to solve it in another way, but I guess
It works as long as the snow is high and not the road there makes trample some paths they can follow and escape.
Yeah, they will have the snow as a fence.
But we need to put up the winter fence as soon as we can.
I just need some tools
before
I can start with that. I'm gonna show you about that. It's been 8 days since we opened the hay bale, and yesterday evening I removed the sheet of plastic that is in the bottom and put all the remaining hay to the sides. So since yesterday evening they have eaten the rest of the bale. So it's time to open the next one. 8 days, that's a little bit fast. The previous hay bale lasted 10 days. That's better. But yeah, we will make it work. We have 16 ewes here, that is including this summer's ewe or female lambs. And this feeding rack has 24 slots, so there's 24 feeding places. So we could have a couple of more. But the limiting factor, as I've said earlier, is that we don't have access to that much winter feed. So that is why I'm really eager to get these fields here as vital as possible. What is the limit here? How high can the grass grow? And how fast can it regrow after it has been grazed? And how much water can the soil here soak in and hold like a sponge, instead of the drain just hits the ground and then go downward along the ground, because the ground is so hard and the microlife is lacking and ecosystem processes are poor. And yes, the sheep has access to a shelter. There was some immature, I don't know if we can call it a man or a woman, that ran crying to daddy government that we didn't show that we use a bolt gun when we butcher the sheep here. Since we cut that part out from the video, this person
Assumed.
yeah, and ran crying to daddy government.
So that feels a bit
Weird that people
and sad, just jumping to conclusions
and also the belief in illegitimate authority. It's weird how we are so indoctrinated to believe this lie that somehow other men and women have the moral right to violently dominate other men and women, and the other men and women have the moral obligation to obey. Where does that come from? It's very annoying once you understand that you are truly free and that no other man or woman have the right to tell you what to do. Then everything in this weird society becomes pretty annoying.
feels a bit sad, because how much we are handling our animals and showing you, and so I don't know if this was some new viewer who just saw that clip and then
we have nothing to hide.
I get it.
And in Sweden it is illegal to not use a bolt gun when you harvest sheep. It is not unlawful though, and it's a difference. It's nice to know the difference between legal and lawful.
Well, that's a rabbit hole in itself. So.
Yes. But it's a very interesting conversation. We got a paper of talking points here. Yeah, so
hay rack works really good since we modified it, and that feels good because it was such a
hassle when they are destroying all the feed.
Yeah, when we know that we maybe don't have enough and they just trampling it around.
We should have enough, but we need to get a couple of more or some more hay bales from the guy we bought this from. Yeah, so since last episode it feels like now we're starting to get on top of things and all the necessary paths are cleared. Mose was here helping us. If you haven't seen his video from when he were here on his channel, I think you should do so. And
it's cool to see another perspective.
Yeah. It's very nice. And
a link to it down in the description.
Yeah, and Mose is a very good film photographer, or what to say, videographer.
So we are done with all the butchering, and everything is in the freezer, and
the freezers are filled to the brim.
Yeah, that feels really nice. But now we have the problem that we don't find anything in the freezer, so
that's a luxury problem.
Yeah, just take what's on top and then
We're sitting at home and Ivar is with his grandmother and grandfather.
We are going there later to have
Some glögg.
glöggmys. Glühwein. Is
Cozy time.
Yeah, glühwein, cozy
I
time.
don't know if that's the...
Isn't glühwein?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But glögg in Swedish.
Mm.
So we have been a little busy. Every day for the past couple of days we have been putting out a small video on our Patreon page. And so in Sweden we have this tradition
That every day in December we open a lucka.
Yes.
Just to count down to Christmas. And this is Ivar's
Advent calendar.
advent calendar. Yeah.
So in Swedish it's julkalender. So Yule calendar. So it's like a lucka 1 is the 1st of December and lucka 2 is 2nd and so on.
And I guess you have this also. But we also have the version on radio and we also have a film or
Yeah,
TV
on TV,
series. Yeah.
So it's very common in Sweden and also in Finland. I guess the other Nordic countries, I don't know, to watch this small episode on TV or listen on radio. Or
So this year Ivar got a Mother Moo, and the crow.
Painted by a really good Swedish child book painter.
Sven Nordqvist.
Yes.
You should read his books. And he gets small books with stories and some puzzles and things, so he really likes it.
But so our version is we have been filming every day and releasing a small episode on that you can access on our Patreon page.
A Julie sewed.
Yeah. So and it's free for everyone to see. You can just go to our Patreon page and you can see it there.
So it's just a raw, relaxed, small little. Yeah.
So while you are there on our Patreon page checking these small Yule episodes out, it's very easy to become a member. Just click become a member and you can be a member for as little as $1 for every month.
And we decided to make these small, everyday advent calendars instead of making a bigger Yule episode.
Yeah, there will be no
Yeah.
Yule episode, I think, of that kind that we have done previous years. And we also chose to do this on our Patreon page so that you could go there and check our Patreon page out, but also because it feels more relaxed for us to have a smaller audience there. And it's like, takes off a little bit of the pressure. I don't know, to me it's just psychological, I guess, but it feels easier to make these small episodes and just publish them on Patreon.
So we're filming this the 10th of December, so we have published 10 Julisodes on Patreon. So there's a bunch that you can go and watch, and we have a link in the description.
So just to be clear, they are free for everyone to watch. It's just that you can access them from our Patreon page. We have nothing behind a paywall, and if there is something behind a paywall for some reason,
It's
then
by
that's
mistake.
a mistake.
We had one of the Julisodes behind I don't know, it
Yeah.
was a weird mistake. Yeah.
We have corrected that.
It's really fun to make them, to be active every day, but it's also a bit stressful maybe to produce.
Every night trying to cut together something. But I think we have learned something from this. And I was a little bit scared in the beginning because I'm not sure I want to commit to making one small episode every day. But it turns out it works pretty well.
But I don't think we are going to continue with it year round.
No, there are some minisodes from long before as well. Those we could maybe be more active with as well.
Yeah. So
So
that's
you
some
can find
extra,
those as well.
Yeah,
Only-
some extra material on the Patreon page that we made.
Only
And we had planned to make them
more
2 or 3
regularly,
every month, but we haven't maybe been so.
So there are 4 of those old minisodes as well. Collections. And here you'll find some small videos that we made that is only viewable on Patreon. So we got some news. A friend of mine, Fabian, you have seen him briefly on this channel together with Kalle, I think.
They were here rolling a hay bale. Surprise, surprise.
And also, if you have seen Kalle's videos, you have seen Fabian there. He's become very into renovating and how to say, caring of old houses and carpentry that has to do with all this preserving old structures and houses. And so he's been starting to hang out with those kinds of people, and so a week ago I got a picture from him. He was at the place where our windows are being built.
So we got a picture of some wood that he says was our windows.
Yeah, that is the cross.
The crossings.
The cross things.
So something is happening.
Something is happening.
So it's nice to have it like the back door too, because we don't get any information from the actual company. So
yeah, I do trust him based on the recommendations from the people that I have talked about him from. So he apparently leaves a lifetime guarantee on these windows.
Well, that's good.
His lifetime guarantee.
His lifetime, yeah. Yeah. Good to know.
So now you know about the windows.
It's been a long process.
Yeah, but it has worked out for us. It's been a little bit worrisome since we got so great a help financing these windows, and it feels a little bit off to not
be able to show
them.
something.
Yeah. But in our situation, no problem at all, because we're not ready to put the windows into the house yet.
Yeah. So we have thought about like going there and film something, but maybe that's just to have something to show you that they're actually in progress.
But at the same time, we couldn't have ordered them if we wouldn't know that we had this financial backup, or how to say, financial means to buy them. Yeah, so little weird situation, but it seems to work out.
They are on their way.
So I guess that's it for this episode.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yep. Need to import that and start cutting.
Yeah. Hard work.
But before that, I need to cut today's Yule episode.
Yeah, and publish that.
Yeah. Go to our Patreon page. Check it out.
Ska du leta efter 2 ettor? Titta här nu hur siffran ser ut.
Ja, där. Där.
Var det rätt? Titta på siffran.
Ja.
Är det 2 ettor?
Ja.
Ja, öppna där då.
Vad finns här?
Ja, visst det. Oj. Va?
Det var klistermärken.
Klistermärken, fast den här gången var det på
Mamma nu.
Mamma Mu. Ser du bara.
Och här var en kråka.
Var det en kråka där?
Ja. Titta.
Oj.
Alla utom en. Så vilken ska vi öppna imorgon tror du?
Den.
Bra slutledningsförmåga.